Never erase an old phone number, even if you think it's no longer in use. I had kept an old phone number in my contacts for years, a number that once belonged to my late father. Back then, I was still young, and his death was painfully fresh. I couldn't bring myself to delete it. Sometimes I'd even consider dialing it, pretending he might somehow pick up, just to say something simple like, "The weather's nice today," or "Don't forget to add salt to your food." But every time I tried, all I got was the cold tone of an empty line or complete silence on the other end. One chilly autumn evening, I decided it was finally time to clean out my phone. I wanted to declutter, to move on. My father's number had been sitting there like an unused relic, a reminder of something I wasn't ready to face. I hesitated for a long time, staring at those digits. Deep down, I knew he was gone, and holding on to the number wouldn't bring him back. "He's not here anymore," I whispered to myself, my voice trembling as much as my hands. I slid my finger over the screen, selected his number, and hit delete. But the moment I confirmed, my screen flickered. A notification popped up that shouldn't have existed. "Calling deleted number." I froze. My heart felt like it stopped. The phone screen displayed my father's number, the same one I had just erased. It was somehow still there, as if it had forced its way back into my phone. I quickly opened my contacts to check, but the number was gone. Yet, on the screen, the call continued, dialing that phantom number as if it had a will of its own. A cold unease settled over me as I stared at the screen. The call connected. My hand trembled as I pressed answer. A familiar voice came through the speaker, low and slightly hoarse. "Why did you delete me?" The air left my lungs. My entire body felt paralyzed as a chill spread down my spine. It was unmistakable, my father's voice, clear and real, as though he was standing right next to me. My throat went dry, and for a moment, I couldn't speak. Finally, I managed to stammer, Dad? Is that you?" There was a long pause. Then, the voice returned, slower this time, almost as if the words were being etched directly into my brain. "You shouldn't have forgotten me. How could you delete me?" My hands were shaking uncontrollably as I fumbled to end the call. When I hit the button, the number disappeared from the screen. Everything returned to normal, as if the call had never happened. But the coldness lingered in the room, wrapping itself around me like an invisible fog. I stared at my phone, barely able to breathe. Another notification popped up. Missed call from unknown number. This time, there was no name, no identifiable number. Just the two buttons flashing on the screen. Accept or decline. I couldn't bring myself to touch the phone again. It sat there on the table, its screen glowing faintly in the dark. And I sat frozen, knowing that whatever I had just answered wasn't over. I'll never delete another number again,